But I guess the other solution would be to have someone preach on the preciousness of boys.
Yeah, no, that's I think one of my movements is that the young man, um, if we're supposed to be so kind of afraid of boys, one in three women in this country have some type of molestation or a sexual assault story. Um, that rapists and murderers are high percentage male, then it would seem that if you're giving me these numbers and I'm an alien from outer space, I would say, well, automatically I'm going to guess that as these young boys are coming up when they're sweet, innocent, fun-loving children, you must not give a fuck about them. You must ignore them. You must leave them to their own defenses for so many of these crimes to be perpetuated by them. That would be my guess, is that what are you doing to these men that's making them do these things?
Right, you're leaving them uneducated. You are trying to leave them underinformed.
Well, going back to the boys, the idea that what we give boys in this country is a sense of duty, a sense of commitment, a sense of responsibility. Because what we do, we've done to ourselves. The way we treat women is, hold on, let's listen to her story and find out how she was victimized. We don't do that with men. What men do, they did to themselves, take your medicine, serve your sentence, be responsible, right? Be a man.
You know what you did.
Yeah, what as a man saying he was tricked into having sex with this girl, she coerced him and seduced him, which happens a lot, is not really believed. That's not really, no. You're the wielder of the penis weapon. Nobody could have gotten you a little tipsy, whispering in your ear, jacking you off. Don't act like anyone did anything to you, man. Because, man, you make your own decisions. So be responsible and be a man. But a woman can easily say, had a few drinks, hand up my skirt, didn't know where I was, he seduced me, he in fact took advantage of me. We listen to that if a girl says that. We believe that, yes, I think so. I think you could be not smart enough. You didn't have the bravery to protect yourself or to leave the date. Yes, we will give a woman the fact that she had no way out of it and she was the victim because she doesn't have a weapon. And that dialogue needs to be changed. We need to, if we're going to talk about equality and be futuristic people, we have to start being brave enough to peel away the skin of innocence from the woman and treat the woman as a thinking, responsible human being. And if we're going to give a girl's life back after she gets pregnant through an abortion or through adoption, we must give an option to the boy, if only symbolically, to tell the male, you are as precious, you are as special as a girl. She is so precious and special that if she needs her life back and needs to have an abortion, we honor that decision and the law protects her to make that decision. And if you're a boy and you want out of this situation, you don't want to be on child support, you don't want to quit school and get a minimum wage job, then we believe you, your life, and your future to be as precious. And you can also leave this situation and this mistake and continue your life. But for some reason, we don't think that way about boys. We don't give them that. They're a lesser creature. And yet, when you show clips of Iwo Jima, that was boys that saved our country. When you look at the storming the beaches of Normandy, those were our boys. Those were our honorable young men that strong. I can carry the pack. I'll protect my country. These are how amazing males are, how precious and special males are. Look what they have done for us. We talk about infrastructure.
We spent enough time in history of honoring these dudes. I'm sorry. I don't know if you're going to like this or not, but come on.
No, but we haven't. Our laws. No, we do with our words and we do with bumper stickers.
In the man. Let's look at history. Let's see how long it took before the woman didn't have to be beat by her husband anymore. You know, and women have always been the second class, the rib of Adam. You know, women have gotten the short end of the stick. All we got now, for God's sakes, let's hope that you're pretty enough to be able to shake your ass for some freaking video that'll end up on YouTube, or perhaps you are the pregnant teen mom, or some idiot that hoards 5 bazillion cats. I don't know. But women, come on. It hasn't been this equal, fair ride. And let me
No, it hasn't. It hasn't for...
But you can make... I think what Tana's saying is...
Powerful men, rich, powerful, I guess in this country you have to say white men, because they were the oppressors of women. For some reason, even the poor working class schmuck has to carry the tag of the guys in the top hats with the mustaches and canes on Wall Street. We lump a guy in boots and a drill in his hand with these like corporate monsters that have crushed women's rights for years because it profited them to do so. And the regular dude was not. You know, when I see the soup lines and stuff of the Depression, there's a lot of dudes in those lines. I don't know if they were picking up food to take back to their wives and kids, but those lines have mostly dudes in them.
I don't think that women were allowed to be in that freaking line unless they were like a widow or something, you know. At least those men at those times were willing to stand in those lines, because now these days, when the rough gets going, the idiot goes too. He leaves, you know, and these women are having to be men and women these days, and you know how bad that sucks. Let me tell you something, to have to make the money and feed everybody. You know, there's no family anymore. There's no sense of responsibility of staying together for this family. Oh, I don't want to...
Because I think where that stems from is the idea that the like you were saying, that your daughter to learn to live without this man. It's the idea that the man is expendable, that he's not necessary, that he is a sperm giver and a paycheck deliverer. Aside from that, he's had a fun ride. He's been the man. He's been in charge. Why should he have any rights and humanity? And I'm saying, at least with women, we're willing to talk about the specialness and the preciousness of the woman and try to pass laws. And the idea that a woman used to not vote and now they can, you know, I don't know how many poor men have ever held down a woman. With legality and laws, maybe privately in the home, just from being bigger, but, you know, men have taken all hits from evil men. You know, most guys aren't trying to, like, crush other companies and send employees overseas and decimate entire towns. But because a few men do that, I think we start to believe that that's the essence of the man.
Right, and it's not the case. It's really...
If you give money, that's what he would do, is crush his neighbors.
And that's not the case.
Awful.
And what the truth is that the men are slaves and the women are just the slaves of the slaves, is how the situation ends up.